It's shark season on Cape Cod. We met with shark expert Dr. Greg Skolmel in Barnstable last week to watch him rig 3 acoustic shark receivers.
Today I'm rigging up some acoustic receivers onto their buoys, and hopefully they'll be deployed in the next week or two, and we'll be able to detect whether any of our sharks that are previously tagged with acoustic transmitters are around.
The Barnstable Harbor Master will deploy these receivers from Barnstable Harbor, and 20 more are scheduled to go out over the next several weeks off the coast of Chatham.
So what we're using is multiple technologies on these sharks, and one of those technologies is acoustic technology. And all that really means is we're putting tags on the sharks that emit a very high frequency ping. And that ping is detected by receivers that we put in the water. So we've got receivers literally all over the state of Massachusetts, from Gloucester all the way south around the Cape, and then through Nantucket Sound, Vineyard Sound, even in Buzzards Bay. So we've wired up all of Massachusetts. But by far, most of our sharks spend their time on the outer Cape. And that's driven largely by the fact that there are a lot of seals there, and that's why the sharks are here.
Skolmel's unique tagging process includes the use of a spotter pilot to locate sharks in the water.
We go up to each individual shark that the spotter pilot sees. We then try to take videotape of that shark for a study on the population size. And once we have good video of the shark, what I'll use is a very long tagging pole, and I'll insert an intramuscular dart at the base of the dorsal fin of the shark while it's swimming along. So we don't capture the shark, we don't handle the shark, we basically just place the tag on the shark while it's swimming.
Once a shark is tagged, scientists are able to collect good local data to determine the behaviors and seasonality of the white sharks.
We're going out twice a week, starting in June and going through October. And we're identifying, cataloging, and tagging as many sharks as we possibly can. And once we finish the study in early November of this year, there's a lot of data analysis and crunching and modeling to do, and that'll be done over the course of the next winter. But we're going to start thinking about what the next steps are with this particular population. I think all the towns that we work with are interested in carrying forth on learning more and more about this species, not only because they're interested, but because, for obvious reasons, there are public safety implications.
In addition to collecting data on location, population, and behavior, Skolmel says the sharks may be doing something else while they're here.
We also have some data, very limited, that might indicate perhaps that adult males and females may be mating. And that's one of the major aspects of our research. We're trying to figure out if indeed that's going on. Now, nobody has ever seen a white shark mate. And so the likelihood of actually seeing that is really, really, really slim. But what we're looking at is the population demographics. Do we have adult males? Do we have adult females? Yes, we do. We have scarring patterns on both sexes, which might certainly indicate that the sharks are interacting with each other at some social level. Is it actually reproductive biology going on there? Maybe, maybe not. So we're still looking into it.
Although Skolmel has cataloged over 300 individual sharks in our area, he doesn't yet have a number on their total population size and encourages people to be mindful when out on the water.
Anytime that you've got the overlap of humans and a lot of human activity with sharks, specifically white sharks, you have the potential for interactions. That's a fact. Okay, we look anywhere in the world where we see these aggregations of white sharks overlapping with people, whether it be South Africa or Australia, California, you do get every now and then, extremely rare, an interaction where the shark will bite a person. So there is the potential for that. And we're very, very mindful of it. So we work really, really closely with all the towns to try to make sure that we're collecting the data and sharing the data with those folks about the patterns of these sharks, how they're acting, how they're behaving, and how to enhance public safety by providing that information.
You can stay up to date on shark activity in our area by downloading the app Sharktivity, which is updated regularly with data collected from Skolmel and his team.
When we're on the water, when our plane is in the air, when we see sharks in close proximity to beaches, we notify public safety authorities at those beaches immediately. That information is put up on the Sharktivity app, and if there's any real danger to swimmers, those folks are pulled from the water. So we do that. What's important to realize, though, is that we're not out every day, okay? And when it comes to shark attacks and preventing them, there's no silver bullet. That's a fact. Places around the world have been dealing with this literally for hundreds of years, and it's not a problem that's easy to solve. Fortunately, we have not had any kind of fatal shark attack, because I believe that by working with the towns and educating the public about the presence of these animals, we can cohabitate with them. So it's a matter of us modifying our behavior to some extent so we don't expose ourselves to additional risk.
For Cape Media News, I'm Gabrielle Rawson.